Somewhere between one heartbeat and the next, the world pauses. That pause isn't empty. It's the loading screen of a new level. And you, standing right there, are the player noticing. The controller is actually in your hands. You've fallen before, tripped over fear, scraped knees on old beliefs. We've also laughed mid-fall, haven't you? That moment when gravity becomes comedy, when the oh no flips into a wow. That's the pivot point. Each time you've survived something you swore would break you, your nervous system learned a secret handshake with possibility. It said, note this pattern. It's how we evolve. Imagine zooming the camera out, way out. From that height, every detour you ever cursed forms a perfect spiral pattern. A kind of sacred geometry of oops and aha. The big picture. Every human life is the universe experimenting with new ways to wake up. You're not failing. You're field testing creation. The ramifications of remembering that, you stop asking, why is this happening to me? And you start asking, what's trying to upgrade through me? That single linguistic pivot turns victimhood into designed thinking. Zoom back in, right now. Feel your breath touch the base of your ribs. That's your built-in metronome. Each exhale releases a microdose of courage called carbon dioxide. The body literally lets go of what it no longer needs. On the inhale, new oxygen, new data. You're reprogramming on every breath cycle. Science calls it homeostasis. Mystics call it renewal. Same mechanism, different poetry. Maybe an old voice mutters, yeah, but what if it all goes wrong? Good question. What if the thing going wrong is the old system refusing to fit into the new? What if the discomfort is proof that expansion is happening on schedule? Metamorphosis always looks messy from inside the cocoon. No butterfly ever stayed a caterpillar out of good manners. Follow two storylines in your imagination. The first path, you keep hesitating, waiting for conditions to be perfect. 5 years pass. The same worries play on loop. The dream fades like a screensaver that never wakes. The other path, you decide to act. Small, imperfect steps. The first week feels clumsy. But by month 3, you've built momentum. People notice. Synchronicities stack. You laugh more. Even mistakes turn into collaborations. Both futures are real possibilities, coded in this very moment. Which one feels like oxygen? Which one tastes like dust? That sensory difference is your compass. So as you listen to these words, you can allow every metaphor that fits to sink a little deeper. Your unconscious mind knows what to keep, what to file, what to upgrade later while you sleep. Because that's what the brain does. It consolidates learning automatically. You don't have to force it. You just have to expose it to new patterns. So while you listen, some part of you is already rehearsing the next brave thing. Picture yourself tomorrow morning. You open your eyes and say, half serious, half mischievous, today I pivot. Coffee tastes better. Colours look louder. Someone honks in traffic, and instead of snapping you laugh because you remember this whole scene is the training montage of your life. Cue the soundtrack in your head. Roll the credits forward. Neuroplasticity doesn't care about your past. It rewires whenever repetition meets emotion. That's why excitement works better than discipline. Play is neurochemically superior to pressure. So if you make growth a game, your brain becomes an ally instead of a referee. The side effects of engaging this process: random bursts of insight in the shower, unexpected kindness toward your own mistakes, increased tolerance for mystery, occasional bouts of spontaneous creativity. The side effects of ignoring this: the slow grind of same old, resentment disguised as wisdom, dreams that haunt instead of help. Now imagine your future self a few years ahead, turning back to you with that knowing grin. They say, relax, you did it, you kept showing up. Every weird step mattered. You feel that warm flush of relief that comes when the story resolves just right. And your present moment body receives that feeling as a preview, a promise encoded as motivation. So as you finish listening, let curiosity linger, like the last note of a favourite song. You don't need to do anything mystical. Just keep living the metaphors. When life tilts, pivot. When fears grow, chuckle. When opportunities knock disguised as chaos, open the door. Because the universe loves bold students. And you've just enrolled yourself again.